noticed when you look at your own profile in sort of like, like the broad tiles, like every single square is sort of just there. You're not in one specific part or another. You're just like looking at the whole swath of posts that you have there. I realized that most of what I post is very drab. And granted, I'm colorblind. I don't have a sophisticated command of color. But I do see color, and I appreciate color, and I love color. But I noticed, like, what does that say about me? Like, am I generally kind of a dour, dark, drab person? I don't know. Or maybe it's like an extension of sort of like what's inside me, or my aura, or how people see or perceive me on, first blush, or maybe the impression I put out in the world is this kind of... And so I started looking at other people's Instagrams in that way. Almost like you're looking at a color script for the movie that you're about to, production design. You're like, oh, let's see. There's this stormy scene in the middle, and that's going to be all gray and dark and charcoals and deep blacks. But there's this coming-of-age scene, and I want it to be pink and orange and purple. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. But, it's like... I think you can kind of get a little weird read just looking at people's tiles, their profile in that wide screen sense. There's some people that just are all black and white. There's some people that are all like super graphic. Some people that are like a smattering of bright colors. It's all photos or... I just think it's fascinating what we present to the world as sort of digital extensions of ourselves in this very conscious, performative, sort of on stage. You're on stage. I trip out on social media. It's like, it's so unnatural. When do you get on a microphone and like beep and just talk to 1,500 of your friends, or 897 friends of yours? Hey, I brought you all together to present to you last night's dinner. This is what I ate. I guess I'm kind of doing that with my podcast here. I'm just like, only I'm talking to like 14 people. But it's serious business, Today I'm driving along. I'm going to have lunch with Eileen Colehut, who's everybody knows Eileen, come on. She's a producer, she's an animator, great animator, good producer. She's working on some project over at Starburns, and we're going to have lunch. But I'm driving, and I'm looking at what is going on in the clouds above my head. They're not even clouds. It's like the entire, from horizon to horizon, the entire sky is chemtrails. It's like overlapping, zigzagging, misty, hazy shit sky. It's the worst fucking sky I've seen in a long time. And it's just like, people take it for granted. They're not, everybody's looking at their shoes, scuffing along the street, like, shuffling down the road. Everybody's mopey and looking down and downtrodden. I don't see too many people looking skyward. They're all looking at their phones, or looking at the fucking bubble gum on their shoe or whatever. And meanwhile, above their head, you can't call this natural. You're trying to tell me these are contrails? No, of course they're not contrails. Oh, but they, scientists have given these, these persistent contrails a new name. It's like Wispus cumulus, some Latin bullshit. Because they just expanded the cloud atlas, to include all these new clouds. Cloud atlas, there were naturally occurring clouds back in the day. Now, there are these clouds. They're natural clouds, but they're spurred on by human activity because we're part of nature. And planes are part of nature. We've made planes out of natural materials. And anyway, anything to just sort of not talk about what's actually happening, which is, come on, y'all. They're spraying some crazy shit up in the sky. And I'm looking at, what am I else? What is that? Okay, there's a new type of 5G tower. It's so cool looking. It looks like a Star Wars prop. It's a street lamp, but it has this, like, big cock on top of it. It looks like a fucking toilet paper roll with, like, a little... It's so phallic. I'm sorry. It has an actual penis head on it. But it looks kind of like a cone, truncated cone up there. And then there's two little antennas on either side. It's so symmetrical. It's like official looking. And then all that is wired into a box. And it looks like it's just been kludged together by the couple stormtroopers, in the fucking New Republic or whatever. And there's all these cameras and shit aimed everywhere. It's so dystopian. It's so end of the world. It's so unpleasant to look at. Back when I was a kid and there were still leaded gasoline cars driving, up and down the road. Cars from the 40s and 50s and shit. And a lot of people had diesel and planes. I think even planes, or some of them were diesel. I mean, they were burning all kinds of gnarly fuels and fumes, and they didn't have quite the air filtration. I never saw, same fucking cockpit style layout at 747 looking. I mean, same jets, same air temperatures. I never saw shit like this. Never. But now, I want to take pictures of this shit. It's so gnarly. And it's just spreading out in all directions. It's such a fuck you. That plausible deniability. Like, what? No, those are, you're crazy. You tinfoil hat wearing loon. You hear this guy? He said the word chem and trails in a sentence together. Put a straight jacket on this guy. This fucking clown over here. Everybody, can we get everybody to point and laugh at this guy here? What else is happening in the stratosphere besides a bunch of chemicals getting dispersed? Art. What's going on with art? You guys have any strange new artistic feelings? I'm getting a little hit here and there. I'm doing an experiment this week. I'm gonna do an intermittent fast throughout the week. I'm gonna try to just eat one meal a day for an entire week, which is kind of tough when you're working, stressful work and all that stuff. It's demanding. And people eat around you. It's fucking annoying. Because it smells all good. Like, what are you having? Oh, I'm having a lamb shawarma. Yeah, so it smells like lamb shawarma. Do you have to slurp up the lamb grease so, like, grossly like that, you know? Can you just chill? Your fingers are all wet with lamb grease. What? It infects my voice. I just have grease stuck in my throat. I don't know. I'm trying to breathe through the grease. All right, I gotta go to the park. I think I'm gonna go for a walk. No, you're not allowed to go outside in the middle of a lunch break. Here, have some of our salad. No, thanks. What? You don't wanna... we got a bunch of bacon-dipped scones. No, I'm good. Thanks. It's tough. It's tough to fucking stick to your guns. But I think what's going to happen, you know, not eating, I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm hoping I'm setting my attention to be inspired, artistically inspired. There's a lot of artists that will fast before they do things, you know, like, before recording an album or something, some people will. Dolly Parton, I think, fasts for like a week before she does a big record. And that's why her voice sounds like an angel. Good Lord. Dolly, she really, you know, with all her butterflies, and she's like a presidential model. All these famous people are so scary to me. I love Dolly Parton. I love her voice. I love so many of her songs. And her presence, so bubbly and vivacious. Those dimples, come on. They just, can't get over how gorgeous or little cute. You know, all that mountain mama energy. Of course, she has giant jugs, whatever, who cares? Every human being on the planet Earth loves big boobs. Because we're all babies, you know? It's like we recognize right off the bat that equals sustenance right there. Like, you're gonna have good bone structure with a mom like that. No, it's just part of her, you know. Of course, she has that like insanely small waist, which is not. Come on, that's not normal. Like, how many ribs did she have to crack off to cinch her body into that, you know? So she falls victim to this, patriarchal image of, this Playboy penthouse view of what a woman's body's supposed to be. Loads of plastic surgery, crazy hair products, so much makeup. But she's Dolly, come on, you know? She's a pinup model for young girls around the world. Unattainable, insane figure, Dolly Parton. Voice like an angel, like a little bell. My God, she's just so clear. And I don't know what my point is. What is my point? Oh, she liked to fast before she would record albums. Well, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna try it. If it worked for Dolly, maybe it'll work for me. Oh, there's the spot. There's the spot where I'm gonna meet Eileen. Oh no, it's Jolene. God damn it. There's no parking. This is not an episode worth posting anywhere on this planet. Sometimes you just gotta get, it's like hotcakes. You just do the schizophrenic, weird, doing this. Oh, dude, check me. Dude, sometimes I surprise myself. Should have been what do they call those? You can get a certain license. I think it's called like a detailed driver or something. Oh, here it goes. Yank it hard. Come on back. Oh my God, like a glove. They fit in that parking spot like a glove. Uh-oh. I'm gonna be casual. I'm about 2 minutes late. I'm trying to just play it cash. Let my armpit sweat kind of evaporate, you know? Hey, how are you doing? Oh, good to see you too. I don't know, just been working, getting a sick rate. When you see old friends, you gotta just play like everything's going super, right? No, my kid socked me in the guts, and then I sharted, and I had to like throw my undies out the window on my way here. But I'm good. I used some hand Sannie. How are you doing? I think I'm gonna go with the latter approach.